8 billion people. You would think that by now everyone on Earth is living in places that are comfortable, safe, predictable. But that's not the case. Because across the world, there are places so extreme, so hostile, that human life there shouldn't be possible at all. Places where temperatures drop below -50 degrees Celsius, where the air is so thin it feels like you're constantly suffocating, where isolation is so complete that the nearest city is thousands of kilometers away. And yet, people still live there. These are the most extreme places on Earth that humans call home. And once you see what life is like in them, you might start to question just how far humans can really go to survive. Deep in eastern Siberia lies a small, isolated village, Oymyakon, a place where winter temperatures regularly fall below -50 degrees Celsius. At these temperatures, exposed skin freezes in seconds, cars stop working, and even breathing can become painful. And yet, around 500 people still live here. To survive here, life has to adapt in ways that seem almost impossible. Cars are kept running overnight, because if the engine stops, it may never start again. Ink freezes, batteries die, and stepping outside without protection can mean frostbite in minutes. Even something as simple as burying the dead becomes a challenge, because the ground is frozen solid. And yet, for generations, people have continued to live here. But Oymyakon is just a village. What happens when hundreds of thousands of people try to live in conditions like this? Just a few hundred kilometers away lies a city unlike any other on Earth, Yakutsk. With a population of over 300,000 people, this is the largest city ever built on permanently frozen ground. Beneath the surface lies permafrost, a layer of soil that never fully thaws, which means buildings can't be constructed normally. Instead, they're raised on stilts to stop the heat from melting the ground below and collapsing the entire structure. Roads crack, pipes freeze, and every winter, temperatures plunge below -40 degrees Celsius. And yet, life goes on here, with schools, businesses, and entire neighborhoods functioning as if this were normal. But extreme cold is only one way the Earth challenges human survival. In some places, the real danger isn't freezing, it's the lack of air itself. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru lies one of the most extreme and inhospitable settlements on the planet, La Rinconada. Perched at over 5,000 meters above sea level, this remote mining town holds the title of the highest city on Earth. At this staggering altitude, oxygen levels drop to nearly half of what they are at sea level, creating an environment where even the simplest tasks become physically demanding. For most people, just walking a few steps here feels like running a marathon. The air is thin, the cold is relentless, and the human body struggles to adapt. Headaches, dizziness, nausea, and chronic exhaustion are constant realities for newcomers, and even long-term residents are never fully immune. Yet, despite these extreme conditions, tens of thousands of people live and work here, many drawn by the promise of gold hidden deep within the surrounding mountains. La Rinconada has become a symbol of both human endurance and desperation, where opportunity and danger exist side by side. But life at the top of the world comes at a steep cost. There is little infrastructure, almost no sanitation, and access to healthcare is severely limited. The harsh climate, combined with dangerous working conditions in the gold mines, pushes the human body to its absolute limits every single day. And still, people continue to come. But if thin air makes survival difficult, there are places where simply existing in the environment becomes a daily struggle. Deep in the heart of the Sahara Desert in Mali lies a remote settlement that feels completely cut off from the modern world, Araouane. Surrounded by endless sand and isolation, this small desert village exists in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Here, temperatures can soar above 45 degrees Celsius during the day, while nights can bring a sharp, unforgiving chill. Rain is almost non-existent. Years can pass with barely a drop falling from the sky. The landscape stretches endlessly in every direction. Nothing but sand dunes, dry earth, and a horizon that never seems to end. There are no paved roads leading here, no highways, no easy access, only long, grueling journeys across the Sahara Desert. Reaching Araouane often means traveling for days by caravan or off-road vehicle, navigating shifting sand and harsh desert conditions. Supplies are scarce, and every resource, water, food, fuel, must be carefully managed. Survival here depends on preparation, endurance, and a deep understanding of the desert. And yet, despite the isolation and extreme heat, people have lived in Araouane for centuries. Once an important stop along ancient trans-Saharan trade routes, this settlement has endured through time, adapting to one of the harshest climates on Earth. But sometimes, the challenge isn't the environment itself, it's how far you are from everything else. In the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean lies one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth, Tristan da Cunha. Located more than 2,000 kilometers from the nearest continent, this remote volcanic island is often described as the most remote settlement on the planet. There's no airport, no direct flights, no quick escape. The only way in or out is by a long, slow, and often unpredictable journey across the open ocean. Ships travel here from South Africa, but the voyage can take nearly a week, and rough seas can delay arrivals for days. Fewer than 300 people call Tristan da Cunha home, living in a small, tightly connected community where everyone knows each other. Life here moves at a different pace, quiet, isolated, and deeply dependent on cooperation. Supplies arrive only a few times a year, making careful planning essential for survival. Food, medicine, and everyday goods must last until the next ship reaches the island. And in emergencies, there are no nearby hospitals, no rapid response teams. Help can be days or even weeks away. Yet despite the isolation, this small community has endured for generations, proving that even in the most remote corners of the world, people find ways to survive. But even isolation isn't the most extreme challenge humans face. Because in one place on Earth, the danger doesn't just surround you, it erupts beneath your feet. On the island of Java in Indonesia stands one of the most active and dangerous volcanoes in the world, Mount Merapi. Rising dramatically above the surrounding landscape, this powerful stratovolcano has a long history of violent and unpredictable eruptions. It erupts regularly, sending ash, gas, and lava down its slopes. In 2010, Mount Merapi unleashed one of its most powerful eruptions in recent history. Massive explosions sent towering ash clouds into the sky, while deadly pyroclastic flows raced down the mountain at incredible speeds. Entire villages were destroyed in minutes. More than 350 people lost their lives, caught in superheated gas and ash that left little chance of escape. And yet, people keep coming back. Despite the constant danger, thousands continue to live on the fertile land surrounding Mount Merapi. The volcanic soil, enriched by centuries of eruptions, is some of the most productive in the region, perfect for farming and sustaining local communities. Families rebuild their homes again and again, even after losing everything. For them, the risk is part of life, a balance between danger and survival. They live, work, and raise families in the shadow of a mountain that could erupt at any moment. A constant reminder that nature doesn't just shape the land, it decides who can stay. Thanks for watching. Dive into more videos on the channel to uncover incredible stories, ancient cities, and fascinating corners of the world. There's always something amazing waiting for you.